Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Alisha Muhammad Syaril. Today I want to introduce you about the Confidence Code book by the KTK and Claire Shipman. Let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever held back from raising your hand, applying for a job or speaking up just because you didn't feel ready enough? If yes, you're not alone. And that's exactly what the Confidence Code by KTK and Claire Shipman is all about. The Confidence Code book is more than just a motivational book. It's a deep dive into our confident words, especially for women. The outdoors, sports journalists, blend neuroscience, physiology, and real-life interview to uncover why many capable women doubt themselves and how we can fix that. Confidence is learned, not fixed. There is saying that once said, confidence is something you are born with. It's something you build through action, risk-taking, and failure. In other words, act more, think less. Perfectionism hurt confidence many people. Many women are raised to be perfect and carefully, which is leading to overthinking and hesitation. Men, on the other hand, are often encouraged to take the risk. This creates what calls a confidence gap. You have taken the action even if you're not 100% ready. The author stressed the confidence doesn't come before the action and it comes after the action. You will grow more confident by doing even if you make the mistake along the way. Throughout the book, the authors interview powerful women, which is from politicians to athletes. They all admit they have to battling self-doubt in their stories. Their story proves that confidence is not about being fearless. It's all about pushing forward despite the fear. In the Confidence Code book by the KTK write a few steps how to building your confidence for yourself. The first one, take risks regularly. And the second one, stop overthinking and start the action. The third one, embrace failure as feedback. And the next one, speak up even the unsure. And the last one, let go of the need to be the perfect. The Confidence Code concludes that confidence is not an innate trait, but a skill that can be developed in practice, self-awareness, and the action. Throughout the blend of scientific research, personal stories, and interviews with successful women, the authors emphasize that confidence comes from the taking risks, embracing failure, and silencing self-doubt. The book encourages women to move from their overthinking to doing, to stop seeking perfection, and to trust their abilities. Ultimately, confidence is about the choosing coverage over comfort and cultivating the mindset that believes in growth and potential. I leave you with one powerful line from the book. Confidence is the stuff that returns throughout into action. So next time, if you feel unsure, remember, confidence is about being perfect. It's about how you showing up anyway. Thank you very much and Assalamualaikum.
Hi, my name is Manisana Nalakimanelago and I'm from Diploma in Sport Industry Management. Ladies, there's come a moment in the course of every woman's life when, in whispering, she hears a quiet voice there inside of her. This isn't it. There is more for you to have. This is not all that there is. And that voice, that's your truth, your strength call for your return now. In Untamed Land and Doyle remind us of something we forgotten. We are not meant to be tamed ever. Period. Not by expectations, not by fear. The world speaks of what women should be not. We've been taught about what we must be. There are traits that are to be quiet and to be polite. Behavior that is selfless is yet one other trait. Now shrink ourselves for other comforts in order to avoid a judgment, suppress some of our fire. But Clarence says, being just a whole woman doesn't mean being just a good girl. Real freedom is not making other people happy. It comes from trusting yourself. from listening to your inner, knowing that gut, that soul, that roar, and having the courage to follow it. She gives us a story about a cheetah raised in captivity, beautiful and strong, yet pacing in a cage. That's many of us, powerful but restrained. We forgot we were born to run wild, and then one day we remember. We stop shrinking, we stop apologizing, we rise wild. So, to every woman in this room, your job is not to be small, safe, quiet. Your job is to become you fiercely, fully, freely. You don't need permission. You don't have to wait until you are ready. You're already ready. You are not losing your mind. You are goddamn cheetah. That's the truth. Free you. And when you're free, have the next woman remember her roar.
Hi, greetings, my dear friends. My name is Kirupagaran Ayavu, and I'm from Diploma Physiotherapy. Okay, so by the way, today we are meeting again. Okay, after our previous discussion, whereby what is the importance about the book. Okay, and today I'm so excited to introduce you with a new book that I have just read recently, and this is the book. The title will be Better Decision, Better Thinking, Better Outcomes, and it was written by Mr. Stephen Howard. Right, he's one of the famous author. Before we can go further about the book, okay, let's think about how stress controls us and our decisions. Okay, so you can be anyone, whether you can be a student, you can be a teacher, you can be a worker, you can be a family member, you can be a father, mother. Everybody has their own stress, which these stress is actually giving a big impact in our decision makings, and at the same time some decision makings gone worst, or it is not likely about what we are expecting. All right, so throughout this book, okay, so I learned a lot of things. Okay, how some stress can give us a bad impact in our making decisions. Okay, at the same time how it can help us to make a good decisions, and how it can help to make our brain healthy, so that we don't make any kind of unwanted decisions which can give us a big impact in the future. In this stressful world, okay, through this book, the first thing that I've learned is how stress impact your decision making. So every time whenever we are trying to make any decisions, whether it's a small decision or a big decision, all right, this stress plays a big role in that decision that we are going to make. Right, the book helps me to think wisely and rationally, so that the decision that we are making, it's not giving us any kind of impact or the bad impact in the future, or the things that we have planned. All right, for example, as a student, I'm a student today. All right, as a student, these simple decisions will give me a good future. All right, and we understand the world that we are living in now. All right, as a student we have a lot of stress as well, whereby we have a lot of assignments, we have a lot of subjects to learn, we have exams that we need to score. All right, at the same time we have a responsibility as a kids to our parents, that to make sure that we don't spoil their names throughout our attitude, our behavior. All right, okay, so this book really helped me to make a decision, okay, even though if we are in a stress, so that that decision is helpful and not impacting our future. The second most important thing that I've learned throughout this book is why healthy brains make a better decision. How do we have a healthy brains? In this world, every people have healthy brains, and what makes it healthy? Okay, so certain things that we are doing in our life, for example, our behavior, our sleeping techniques, our food intakes, our diet maintenance, our healthy exercises or cultures, at the same time the friends that we are choosing, these are the most important things that make our brain healthy. If let's say if you are living in an unhealthful brain life, for example, if let's say I'm in a toxic relationship, The people who surrounded me are very toxic. They are doing bad things. For example, bad activities. They are smokers. They are alcohol intakers, or at the same time they are like stealing people. These things make my brain unhealthy. So when the brain is unhealthy, whatever decision that I'm making, it's not gonna be a good decision, or it's not gonna give me a good impact in my life. So the most important question here is how to make our brain healthy. What are the exercise or what are the steps to make our brain healthy and at the same time to reduce stress? All right. So first thing first, we need to change our lifestyle. All right. So we have to sleep the proper time. We have to take a good diet. The food input or the food intake that we are having, it's need to be very healthy, rather than we are always focusing on fast foods or unhealthy foods, or other than that we need to take the food on time. For example, the breakfast should be taken within before 8 o'clock in the morning, so something like that. So these are the activities will help us to reduce stress and also make our brain healthy. Besides that, what are the other things that can help to improve our brain health? Meditation, listening to a good songs, reading a good books, right? Spending a good time with our family and our beloved one, all right? Stop doing unwanted activities such as smoking, unhealthy activities such as drinking alcohol or substance input or drugs taking. So we need to stop all this and stop thinking or overthinking something that could happen in the future which we cannot determine. We only think about things that we can able to change in the future. We should stop thinking about the thing that worries us too much, which are out of our control. And finally, the book advises us how to apply these tips and steps that we have learned in the book in our normal life days. Okay, so we need to change our environment. If let's say the environment is too toxic, the friends that we have chosen are toxic, all right, so we need to change our environment, our attitude, our sleeping patterns. Okay, if let's say I'm a person who used to watch movie all the midnights, and because of that I'm unable to wake up in the morning early to attend my classes. Because of that I'm missing all my classes and I'm absent for my classes. So I need to change my lifestyle, okay, my sleeping pattern. I need to make sure that I have to go to bed by 10, so I can able to wake up in the morning with a fresh mind, okay, and doing more meditations as we have spoken, more focused. Meditation can help you to focus on one thing or one goal that you always wanted to achieve. For example, if let's say my goal is to become a good physiotherapist.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Dashnamurthy Kamalakannan. Let me start by saying this. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. And that's a truth I've come to embrace through Dr. Brene Brown's transformative book, Daring Greatly, which boldly reminds us that in a world where women are constantly pressured to appear flawless, composed, and in control, what we truly need isn't perfect but the courage to be real, to show up authentically, vulnerably, and bravely, even when the outcome is uncertain. Because it is in the raw and honest space that we find our truest strength, our deepest confidence, and the most meaningful form of love, connection, and success. We live in a time where women are expected to be everything: strong but soft, confident but humble, successful but never intimidating. And in trying to be all of that, we often forget who we truly are. Daring Greatly teaches us a profound truth that vulnerability, often misunderstood as weakness, is in fact one of our great sources of strength. It is the brave act of showing up, of allowing ourselves to be seen, even when there are no guarantees. It is not about winning or losing. It's about having the courage to engage with life fully and honestly. Vulnerability is authenticity in its rawest form, the willingness to feel, to risk, to be imperfect, and from that openness, springs everything we deeply desire: the warmth of love, the fulfillment of meaningful success, the confidence that comes from living in alignment with our truth, and the genuine connection that only exists when hearts are unguarded. It is in daring greatly that we discover who we really are and how powerfully we were meant to live. Brent says, vulnerability is not winning or losing, it's having the courage to show up when you can't control the outcome. So, what does that mean for the woman? It means showing up to speak even when your voice trembles. It means raising a hand in a room where no one looks like you. It means trying, falling, learning, and trying again, because your worth is not in your perfection, it's in your presence. Let's stop hiding behind filters, fear, and fake smiles. Let's stop apologizing for being too much or not enough. You don't have to be fearless to be brave. You just have to show up messy, real, honest, and say, "This is me, and I'm worthy." So today I dare you not to be perfect, but to dare greatly, to speak up, to stand tall, to show the world the incredible woman that you already are. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.